I was going to just do the games I got on the recent Sendico list, but like I have so much stuff that I bought recently, and I did a short thing on some of them, but I haven't like shown them off because I was gonna kind of wait a little bit to stream all of them. But I think it'd be fun to show a little bit of everything that I have for PlayStation coming up in the future. So I think we'll do that. Let me see if I can get. All right. This is the tower we're gonna try and go through today. It's kind of a lot. But I figure we'll show a little bit of each, talk about them, what they are. I don't really know what all of these are. And I probably won't be playing all these, because some of these I think will be going back to a retro game store, since they're RPGs and I have no chance of getting through them without being able to read and understand Japanese. So let's just pop a game in to start with. And we'll kind of let the intro of the game play while we talk about it. I'm going to start with the PS1 games. Most of these PS2 games, by the way, on the side here, came with a Japanese PlayStation 2. The cost on Sendico for a very large percentage of that giant stack, plus a slim PlayStation 2, 2 controllers, 2 memory cards, and all the cables that go with it, was $70 US. And then if you count the PlayStation game, like the PS1 games, that's another $10 US. So it was $80. And then some of these had shipping internal to Japan, which was another $10, so $90. And then shipping for all of that, plus all the box stuff, was about $70. So it was about $160, which isn't that bad at all, actually, for everything I got. It turns out, like, it's really easy to get a ton of really good games from Japan. So, let's go ahead and start this disc. I think in total, this would have easily cost me $600 or $700 in the States, if I went with like eBay and my local stores. So our first game is Densha to Go, a Taito train simulator, the first game in the line. So we're going to be doing a Densha stream at some point here. I need to up the volume, actually. There we go. Now, you might think, it's a train simulator. How cool could it be? And the answer is, Densha to Go whips. It absolutely whips. This is an arcade train simulator.
Densha de Go!
Densha to Go! So yeah, Densha to Go. Let me actually pop in the second game too while we're at it. That's gonna be part of the same conversation here. Now, you might think one Densha to Go is a lot, and you would be incorrect, because I also have... How's it going, Big F? Densha to Go 2 for PlayStation. Yeah, Nick has streamed Densha to Go. Auth streamed Densha to Go for the N64. Nick did the new Switch game. Which is... The controller for the Switch game, by the way, is like $150. Just for the controller. On top of the $60 game. These were, I think, $5 US. But yeah, we got Densha to Go. We got Densha to Go 2, which is a much louder game, apparently. There we go. because gamers. Yep. Densha to Go 2 has anime. That's right. You know we got anime in our train simulator. Of course we do. Damn right we got anime. And bangers. You know we got bangers. We're train sim. Let's go. So the other thing I have for Densha to Go is a PlayStation Densha to Go controller, which will work on PlayStation or PlayStation 2 in box. This also came with Densha to Go 1 and 2 for a total of, I think, $10. So this was $5. If you want to think about it that way. So, this thing is cool as hell. I don't know if I can get it out of the box easily, but we'll try. What? Densha to Go! Densha to Go! There we go. Plop that box down. So this is the Densha to Go controller. It has a clicky up-down with a spring joystick, and then it has another clicky left-right for your speed control, as well as ABC buttons for choosing start select. And you might be asking what the hell this little divot in the middle is for. In my train sim controller, this empty divot, right? Why is that there? So that's actually incredibly important. I do not have the thing that goes there, but let me look it up real quick as you look at some Densha gameplay from this intro. But yeah, we'll be playing Densha with the controller. With a controller cam is the idea. Once I get all this sort of working. It's a pain to get in the box, huh? Sure. Good. Almost. There we go. Alright. Let me find the thing that goes in there. Hey, what's up, JoQ? Is it a cup holder? No, oddly enough. Densha to Go! The controller has an official spot on it. Here we go. Let me get this image. Whew, banger alert! Didn't expect this from the Densha intro. Hello. This whips. That spot on the controller is for the official Densha to Go engineer stopwatch, which is a $150 stopwatch, real, made of metal, that actually works as a real watch, and you use it to keep time in the game between stops. And I'm not gonna purchase a stopwatch to play Densha to Go, even though I want to. Hey, JoQ! Thanks for the sub. Also, holy... I forgot to remove the starting soon, again. I got so excited about Densha. Sorry about that. This song whips. Holy shit. Look at that train go. Do you see that train? Look at it go. Hey, what's up, Dashi? Yeah, so I'm going through the games that I have that I got from Sendico. I have Densha to Go 2 in there right now. We're talking about the Densha series since I got Densha 1 and 2 and a Densha controller for a future stream. compatible watches that are more budget. There has to be more budgeted watches for sure. I've heard the Switch PS4 game is really, really good. I know Nick has played it a bit. Unless there's more than one on more recent consoles. But I know like the most recent Densha is super good. It slaps. The only problem is the controller is $150. That's the only problem. Very, very minor, extremely huge barrier of entry. Anyway, Densha to Go 2. And Densha to Go, and the Densha to Go controller. So those are some future streams. Let's keep going down the list. Alright, so... Oh. Let me close this. So, one thing I've been wanting for a long time now is a PlayStation Pocket Station. So I ended up getting a Pocket Station, which is right here. So the Pocket Station is basically the PlayStation VMU, or like a Tamagotchi, a Pikachu toy. It's like that. And it runs off of a watch battery on the back, which I need to get still for this Pocket Station to test it. I still don't know if this Pocket Station works, so I still need to get one. These are interesting because the cat figures for the Pocket Station ended up becoming sort of a mascot for the PlayStation for a while. And I think the first time they appeared in the States in a game that actually came out over here was in PlayStation All-Stars on PS3. And most people are like, what the hell are these stupid cats? They're the Pocket Station cats. So I have a game here, which is Doko Demo Isho, which is a Pocket Station game involving those cats. And you use it in conjunction with your Pocket Station. So how does the Pocket Station work? How do I connect this to my PlayStation is the main question, right? So there's this little section in the front where it has controls for when you play the Pocket Station separate from the PlayStation. And that is actually a door that opens up, which allows you to plug the Pocket Station into your PlayStation as a memory card slot. And then that's how it connects to the PlayStation. Final Fantasy VIII US has Pocket Station support? That whips. So I need to get a battery for this thing. But we're going to be playing eventually, or at least attempting. I have no guarantees on if it'll make any sense. But I'm curious about Pocket Stations and how they work. So this is one of the Pocket Station games I got with the Pocket Station, which was stated to have worked and tested in Japan. They didn't mail it with a battery, which is actually a good thing. You don't want batteries left in these things, even if it is a watch battery, which is probably fine. But so this particular game, I know was one of the first ones. I think it might even just be a game about talking to your Pocket Station characters. I don't even know if there is anything. It might be like a Tamagotchi game. I'm not entirely certain. But that was one. Let me swap to a different... If you mail batteries, it requires some requirements. Yeah, I mean, generally you want to take batteries out when you mail stuff anyway, but... People leave batteries in their Game Boys all the time when I get used Game Boys, and... Let me tell you about acid leak from batteries. I don't know if you have to worry that much about a watch battery doing that, but... I don't know if I would take a chance on that. So this one... Let's get this one started. What's the name of this one, though? I think it's another Doko Demo game, but... Let me see if I can find the games list. That might be easier. don't know if I can easily find this list. It's another cat game, though. Looks very similar to the first one, even, with the art. I could probably do a translation real quick. Let me do that. Together Anywhere Nisho. To play this game, you need Dokodemo Isho, PlayStation, and a Pocket Station. So I think this is an addition to the first game. The first Pocket Station DLC, I guess. On the back it shows a bunch of, you can see the Pocket Station characters in their pixel glory. This is what you would be seeing on your Pocket Station as the characters talk to you. So this is also something to look at. I'm fully expecting these Pocket Station games, by the way, to be completely incomprehensible without being able to read the language. Oh, this one's really cute, actually. It has... that one we just looked at, it has this really cute crayon art in the middle. There is one I think I can do, though, more easily. Let me show that one off. This will be the end of the Pocket Station stuff I have. This was all before the Poke Walker, by the way, from Nintendo. This was also before the Dreamcast VMU. These were way ahead of its time. That said, the VMU is much better than the Pocket Station, from what I know. But it's interesting because this is just like a blind spot for me. So the last game I have for these is called Pocket Dungeon, which I want to say is a like a mystery dungeon game. Let me see. It's played entirely on the Pocket Station. I don't know if I agree. It's a dungeon crawler RPG. The disc is used entirely for transferring data to the Pocket Station, and the rest of the game takes place on the LCD. So, I guess what this is going to do is allow me to transfer data to the Pocket Station to allow me to play the game, and then I can go back to the Pocket Station and actually play it. This is going to be weird, because I'm going to have to try and capture the Pocket Station screen more easily to actually play this. But I'm interested in what a dungeon crawler looks like on that. It also had multiplayer, apparently, which is interesting. So we'll see. This whole Pocket Station idea might be a disaster. It might never work. All right. The battery lasted longer on the Pocket Station. That's pretty cool, actually. This game I have no freaking clue what it is, because it just came with my copy of my Pocket Station and those things. It might have Pocket Station support. Let me see if I can get a translation of the name. It's an anime girl? We got anime, so I mean, I'll show you in a second. Ryoko Inoue something room. PlayStation roommate, Ryoko Inoue. I think this is a digital girlfriend. Which I'm sure we'll check out, because why not? It's very anime. The back is the same anime girl, but on a swing set. I have no idea. One player. It has Pocket Station support. It says in the back. Pocket Station. What is this warning? That's a question. Let's find out. Pocket Station not inserted. This game, you can't progress without a Pocket Station. Plug it in. Fair enough. Actually, I could try plugging it in. Let me give it a shot, I guess. I don't know if it'll work without the battery plugged in. It should work as like a memory card, so maybe. I don't know if it'll power on though. Warning, anime. So this is a specifically a anime girlfriend for your Pocket Station then. Oh no. I don't know what that means. I guess that's part of the Pocket Station journey that we just have to live with. Alright, it still says Pocket Station not inserted. So, I don't think the Pocket Station works unless the battery's in. That's where I'm at on that. I'll have to try it again later when I get a battery. So we will, I guess, not know much about this. Let me see if I can find... Ryoke... something. Inoue Ryoko. That's what it was. Alright, let's see if I can find a video or something. I am unable to find a video of this game. Maybe if I change the title. No, here we go. Alright, we'll get 55 seconds or so of anime. Which I'm sure will tell us everything we need to know about this game. Okay. Let me get audio working on that. Yep, that's anime. Figured that out. Roommate. That's all we get. That's it. It's, I think it's a girlfriend that lives in your Pocket Station. I have no idea. Alright. Next game. So those are the Pocket Station games we have to play through. That'll happen eventually. Okay. Next, let's get to the PS2 stuff a bit. So, one thing I really love playing in the arcade is rhythm games. So I plan on doing some rhythm game streams since a lot of that stuff got ported to PS2. I picked these up a bit ago from Sendico, so this isn't from the most recent one. Oh, and of course Guitar Man, which will be coming up tomorrow on stream, so I'm not going to show that one off. But the next game series I want to show off that we'll be playing through is Poppin' Music, which is an arcade game that has console ports. And it's a somewhat unique rhythm game in how it's set up. You can play the game on controller, but it's not very good on controller for a standard controller. So what you would want to do instead is play it on the Poppin' Music controller, which is this weird thing, which is actually pretty large. I thought it would be a little smaller. But so this was set up to be played in arcades, either one player. You can play on easy mode with only 5 buttons, so the 5 in the middle, the blue, green, and red. You can also play 9 buttons, which is all of them. Or you could do 2-player, which is white, yellow, green on both sides. And then 1 player on left, 1 player on right. And this game whips. I love Poppin' Music. Poppin' Music is so good, so I'm excited to do some Poppin' Music streams. So I got Poppin' Music 7, which has its own track list. And then I also got Poppin' Music Best Hits. There's a bunch of these on PS2. Oh, a shitload of these. And I don't think these are necessarily the best collections of music, even. So if I wanted to get more Poppin' Music, I might. But we'll go through these 2 first. Busted Groove was good. Yeah, Busted Groove was good, but Poppin' Music is the shit. I love this game. So, that's Poppin' Music. We'll get to that eventually. I could take the controller out as well. Show you that real quick. I'm gonna have to start a second stack for the PS2 games. This thing is well packaged. Is the only complaint I have. There we go. So that is the Poppin' controller with the see-through plastic and the clicky buttons. Excited to use this thing. Yeah, it's huge. Absolutely huge. There's a separate Poppin' controller, which is like this sized, that is meant to be held in one hand. This is just an arcade slap it with the palm of your fist, palm of your hands controller. It rules. Alright, so up next is going to be anime. Warning. Actually, there's a lot of anime from these top few. We'll enter the anime block of things I bought because I like their anime. And I don't know if the game's good. So up next is... Actually, I have DVDs of it right here. It's Animation for Big Kids. Samurai Champloo on PlayStation 2. This game is like $100, I want to say, in English, and $10 in Japanese. So this is going to be an action game, which looks dope. I don't know if it's actually good, but if you haven't seen Samurai Champloo, it is a hip-hop themed anime made by the same folks that, well, not made by, but the people that did the music for this are very well known, actually. Let me see one moment here. That's the word I'm looking for. I was gonna say, I think they also worked on Cowboy Bebop for some of them. I don't know if that's actually true though. I'm thinking of different anime. This is actually Fat John, also known as Nujabes. I always forget how to say his name. But very well known hip hop artist who unfortunately passed away. So I'm gonna hope this game's good because I love Samurai Champloo, and it'd be nice to play a game around it. Also, they remade the intro in PS2 3D. It doesn't look that good because the models are different than the anime. I don't know. We'll see. This game is really expensive, is the thing. So I don't think you need to know too much Japanese in order to play an action game. Alright, we'll turn that off before I get hit by DMCA. Next. Anime. This one also has an intro. That is the anime intro, literally, but in PS2. And this one's way funnier, I think. Because the PS2 models look so bad compared to the animation. Okay. So this game is Banpresto. It is a Yu Yu Hakusho fighting game for the PlayStation 2. Yu Yu Hakusho is like a classic shonen anime of character gets stronger, and then new stronger enemies show up, and then new stronger character abilities appear. There are 18 in total by the looks of it. Cool. Okay, next. This is actually going to be a really long stream, apparently, because I didn't realize how much I had to go through. It's fine. It would have been longer if I unboxed them, because removing all that packaging takes so much time. Sendico really packages their stuff well. Alright, so this is another anime game. I think it has a warning on the box. What is this? One moment. Violent scenes and grotesque expressions is the warning. This is Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, the PS2 action game. I loved Standalone Complex. And this has like Tachikomas, explosions, kicking in the air. It looks good. Does this have the intro that whips? I don't think it actually has the show intro, like the other anime games we've seen. But I could be wrong. Yeah, that song's good. I wonder if it might be when you start the story mode if it does it, but... The Ghost in the Shell for PlayStation 1 also has a completely different soundtrack. This is interesting too. The menu's in English, which is weird. Yeah, this is the show with all the Tachikomas, the spider robots. Another action game, though, so I might be able to get into this. I'm hoping it plays like Metal Gear Solid. That's where I'm in on this game. If it's anything at all like that, I'm going to be excited. I haven't looked into it too much, though, because I kind of want to be surprised. I suspect it's going to be more standard, boring PS2 action, though, and it might not be that good. But we'll see. What was the last one I had of those anime lists? Ah, here we go. This is an anime I literally know nothing about because I need to read it still. Anime. Manga. I need to read the manga, but there are anime adaptations of it. This is another action game. Oh, there's a Ghost in the Shell that's all Tachikomas. That's the PS1 game. That game, though, is, like, okay at best, and it doesn't have a Ghost in the Shell soundtrack. It's more just, like, generic drum and bass. It's weird. This is a Berserk game for the PS2. Which is also graphic violence. 18. This one's not even like 16 plus, it's 18 plus. The warning says grotesque expressions. Hawk of the Millennium Empire arc is what this covers, apparently. Yeah, there's a Berserk game that's separate for Dreamcast, for sure. I kind of wanted to play that too, but I don't have a Dreamcast. That one I think is even more approachable. So this is an action game, which I'm hoping is approachable. This did come out in English, so I could be playing an English version if I wanted, but it's a little more expensive, again, for the English version. And I suspect that I can understand what's happening and where to go without needing to know that, so we'll try. This game looks like it whips. It kind of reminds me a little bit of God of War, though. But with a better fighting system. And some fucking wicked art. Look at this shit. That's one of those aliens from Mars Attacks. The only thing I know about Berserk is that his sword is really big. That's it. That's where my knowledge stops. I know fucking nothing about Berserk. God, this looks cool as shit, though. No context for any of this. I have no context. But I'm in. I'm so in. Maybe I should read Berserk. I've been told to read Berserk for years now. The author, I believe, passed away recently, but they're talking about having his assistant take over to continue the series. But yeah, Berserk, Millennium, whatever arc. I'm sure it'll be good. That game looks like it's awesome. Probably better than Pocket Station Girlfriend. Alright. Next. Now we're getting into the stuff I bought recently. Which is this huge pile. This game is... I need to translate it because I don't actually know. That can't be the name of the game. Strange Trick, apparently. Strange Trick. Maybe some weird mini game. It looks kind of fucking weird. Let me look at the... Oh, great. Its manual is like a foldable piece of newspaper or something. Great. Maybe it's a poster? Ah, it's a poster manual. I haven't seen these in a long time. This is incomprehensible. There used to be a lot of these poster manuals you would get on like old PC games back in the day. Let me see if I can get any... There we go. I have no fucking clue what this is. I can't even find it when I'm looking for it. Messing around is another name for it, potentially. I have no fucking clue what this is. So, that's a game I own. Sure. No clue. Figure that one out one day. No fucking idea. It's a Square Enix title. Next. Oh, yes. I've heard these games are good, but I don't know much about them. Take a look at the manual. Oh, that is a beefy manual for PS2. Alright, well, it's got anime. There's anime in here. You can see headshots of all the characters, how to draw them. There's like waifus. Looks vaguely like an Atlas title. And the character design. Whole bunch of dialogues. I probably won't be able to play this. But it looks like a... It looks like a Final Fantasy Tactics game. Oddly enough. So yeah, this is Summon Night 3. Maybe like a Disgaea type of game? It's very anime. It might be closer to like Final Fantasy Tactics, I'm thinking, but with FMVs. Maybe like a Fire Emblem style, with a lot of dialogue. I think the series is well liked, though. Let me take a look at it. Yeah, Summon Night 3. Sold 156,000 copies in its first week. It looks pretty cool. Yeah, let me see. Is there a translation? There is an English patch, actually, I think. Let me double check. There is a RetroArch add-on you can run that will real-time translate it as you play. But I don't see any fully released patch. Interesting. So I have Summon Night 3, which looks really cute, and it's a tactical RPG. That may or may not be approachable. It's also probably long, but I'm interested. Next... is another Summon Night game, which is going to be Summon Night 4, with more anime. Wait, hold on. We got a little guy. Focus. Look, it's his birthday. Do you see that? It's his birthday. That's the little guy. Look at him. He's got a little mustache. Look at him go. Oh my god, yeah, this manual is so detailed. Attack types, weapons, datasets, different weapon types. This is a really detailed tactical RPG. Not as good of a banger for the song, though. So, okay. Summon Night 3 and 4, short. Right. Next we have just a whole shitload of Dynasty Warrior games. Oh god, how many are there? 5? I don't know if there's any real difference between all of these. I'm not going to put them all in, but we'll put one in. Dynasty Warriors are Muso games, which are like action games about completing a single level objective. And throughout the level, you're going to fight hundreds of enemies and multiple like mini-bosses. So it's about just going through large volume of enemies while completing objectives in a capture the point style game. I like Muso games, but there's definitely varying quality of Muso game. Some of them are better than others. For instance, the Breath of the Wild, Zelda Muso games is really good. It's really, really good. The Fire Emblem Muso game, not so much. It's way boring in comparison. So So it depends. Some of the PS2 ones I remember playing. There's also a Dynasty Warriors Tactics game, which is like it's like Final Fantasy Tactics, but like way worse in every way. The actual Dynasty Warrior games, I haven't played too many of the new ones. There's also Gundam Dynasty Warriors. There's also One Piece Dynasty Warriors games. There's a shitload of them. I think they're really fun to play co-op, though. I think that's where they really shine. Yeah, Dynasty Warriors 9 was not very good, I heard. I remember liking Dynasty Warriors 3 on PS2. Which one of these in theory is, because they're both Dynasty Warriors 3, but I don't know which is which, or what the difference is between them. Hard to look. I have no clue. They both say the same thing on them. But one is like a bit of extra text, so I'm sure it's different. Anyway, yeah, I have 5 of these. I don't know if we'll play these all the way, but I'll probably check out some Dynasty Warrior stuff. Extreme Legends, Empires, some expansion, yeah, or some variety of Musou game. I'm not gonna pop them all in though. That would be a waste of time of slightly different Dynasty Warriors. Alright, I've already played a bit of the HD version of this on stream, but I'm curious what the Japanese disc looks like. I will probably be giving this to a friend, because I do not like this game. But I own a Japanese copy of it now, I guess. Oh, hold on. Does the disc even work? Oh, that is pretty scratched out. Maybe it doesn't. Give it the old shirt rub. That usually works, right? This disc might not even work. Surely the shirt rub will work. Brain genius. It always works. It's like when you blow into an NES cartridge. They released basically updated versions with new stuff and modes. Oh, that makes sense, yeah, because you couldn't download stuff. Okay, it worked. So this is Okami. I did not like Okami when I played the HD version. I think the dungeons are good, but the characters kind of suck. The game's really wordy about everything, and it holds your hand really, really badly about everything. In a way that I think is, like, kind of demeaning to the player. And the overworld stuff is all bad, so it's pretty much just the dungeons and the art style and the music for me. But some people really love Okami, and I get that. This is, I think, the original release of Okami. There's a greatest hits version also, which came out in Japan that has, like, the same box art, but it's squished with a yellow border. I think this is the first release of Okami. It's hard to find a picture of this particular box for Okami on Google, though, I noticed. So Okami is a PlayStation Zelda with a dog and a extreme pervert on his back, on her back, Amaterasu, who is a god. I think this was probably pretty good for, like, first of its kind type of thing. But it doesn't hold up very well to me. Gameplay-wise, anyway. So, alright, Okami. I'll probably just be giving this one to a friend who is, like, super, super, super into Okami and has tattoos for Okami. And just be like, hey, here's this really dope version of Okami I got. And they will love it. So, think that's the current plan. This is a game that I think CoBuddy would be excited for because I don't know if this is the good or the bad one. It's a role-playing game, for sure. I don't know much about this series other than that it's varying degrees of quality. Let me see if I can just double check I'm talking about the right game. Yeah, this is Suikoden 3. The back of the box doesn't really show much of anything for gameplay. There's barely any screenshots, and they're like covered by a character. It's mostly text. So the Suikoden series is like very hit or miss, I've heard. Some of them are really good. I don't know if 3 is good. Or if it would make any sense in Japanese for me. There's main character in anime pose. And like a map of the area. Genso Suikoden 3 is the name of this one. So... the PlayStation 2 best version of Ico, which is the ultimate NPC lead them around quest game. Hope they don't die and do something stupid. No manual for this one though. I've heard good things about Ico. Escort, that's the word I'm thinking of. Escort quest. The whole game's an escort quest. That's all I know about Ico. And it's by the same folks that did Shadow of the Colossus. So, I'm interested in Ico, but I'm worried about the frustration of Ico. It's also a gorgeous game, though. I'm worried if I should play the PS2 version, specifically a Japanese version, Or if I should just play one of the HD remakes where they might have fixed some of this stuff. I'm curious. I might give it a shot. You never got into Shadow of the Colossus? I love Shadow of the Colossus. I picked up a PS4 remake of Shadow of the Colossus because it was like $8. Since that is on super high bargain right now, since everybody who has ever wanted to play Shadow of the Colossus has played Shadow of the Colossus. But I do want to stream it at some point. So I also got Shadow of the Colossus. Japanese. I'm not sure if I'll play the PS2 version or if I'll do the PS4 version right now. I might need to check out the PS4 version first. This comes with a Wander and the Colossus manual, which is kind of cool. Oh, that's a weird thing in the middle of it. Like lore about saving? No, what? What a weird manual. It's got this little section in the middle like a magazine. When you flip it over, it changes the scene. And then in the middle, it tells you how to save your game. What the? Oh, this is on a bunch of pages. This manual's really weird. There's Wanderer. And you flip it. And now they're over there. It's got animation in this manual. It's like a pop-up book. What the? What the? This is the coolest thing about this game so far, is this pop-up book. I mean, it doesn't pop up, but you know what I mean. Like, it's like a storybook, which is a really cool idea. It's full of these really interesting screenshots of the game. I think Shadow of the Colossus is a game that takes a little while to get into the flow of, but the game is gorgeous, and there's only a couple colossi that I think are annoying to fight against. Overall, it's just a really, really interesting game. But this is a game about crawling onto large enemies and stabbing them with your sword, which is definitely a good thing, because they're bad, and you're good. And a lot of the story's kind of told through cutscene rather than dialogue, if I remember right. Alright, next. It's another game I probably won't be able to play, but I remember when this game came out, I went over to someone's house to play a tabletop RPG. It was actually Star Wars RPG, and one of their roommates was playing this game. I'm like, oh, that looks cool, I should check it out. And then I never did. That's the story so far. Those people were jerks, by the way. I never went and played with them again. But I'm interested in the series, so maybe I'll go back and check these out. I just don't know if this is the best way to do it. Sure. This is a copy of Dragon Quest VIII. And the Dragon Quest series is very goofy, as far as I understand it. The artist from Dragon Ball Z did the art for a lot of these Dragon Quest games. Yeah, there's stuff in the manual here about different monsters, monster types, weapons, a lot of really cool hand-drawn stuff. I don't know much about the Dragon Quest series, though, other than, like, goofy RPG. I know, like, I played Dragon Warrior on the NES but I don't think that counts for these more modern RPGs. To that same vein, I'm not going to put the disc in. Save a little bit of time. I also got a copy of Dragon Quest V in this huge lot of games. This lot, by the way, was what came with my PS2, so these are just games they decided to give me. There's a ton, oddly. Dragon Quest V appears to be 2 discs. Wait a minute. So there's Dragon Quest V. What's this other disc? Let me pop that in real quick. I'm curious. What is this? It's not Dragon Quest. I have an idea, though. I don't even know if it mentions this on the box. So, the disc for this looked like it's at Final Fantasy VIII. But I'm curious, is this like a demo? It's the 8 that looks like... It could be a Dragon Quest VIII instead. The font looked like the Final Fantasy font, though. What is this? Yeah, Dragon Quest 6, but no, it's 8. Dragon Quest 8 video disc with a promo movie and a demo. That's neat. This is probably just the intro video for 8, which we just saw, and then a playable demo. Alright, cool. Might show some gameplay, though. Yeah, there we go. Alright. That's fine. So a Dragon Quest VIII demo disc was included with Dragon Quest V, it looks like. That's cool. Next 2 games that were on the list were Final Fantasy X and X2. I don't think we need to put those in. Pretty sure you know what Final Fantasy X and X2 look like at this point. This... Oh boy. Is this a husbando dating sim? I think it is. Yeah, this is a anime boy dating sim. I'm pretty sure. So... What's the name of this game? Here, this is why I know it's an anime boy dating sim. With anime. They're wildly popular in Japan. Tales games, I guess. A whole bunch of them. I'm not even gonna put those ones in. Alright. No. That can't be what the fuck this is. Hold on. I didn't even look at what this was. That can't be right. I'm gonna clean this. This better be the most fucking anime thing I've ever seen. because I am excited, actually. Assuming it works. It has a pretty big smudge on it. Let's try it. Tales of, you'll never remember how to tell this one from the other one. Yeah. Tales games. Those are going to be sold. I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to bother with those. So this is PlayStation 2 EX Life Score. Or EX Life Score 2. For the PlayStation. This is... Can't be right, but I think it is. This is the Game of Life 2 for the PlayStation 2. Or something. It's clearly Hasbro, the Game of Life. What? There's like curses and ghosts, and it's a board game based on the Game of Life. I have to stream this at some point. I don't know what the fuck this is. Alright, it supports the Game of Life PlayStation controller, which exists. It's real. This is a real controller you can buy and play with. It has a spinner on it. That fucking rules. So I own this. I guess we'll stream this at some point. I also have the Switch Dokapon game I have to stream at some point. By the way. I own that. I bought a big box version of that and it's part of my Sendico stuff. I didn't expect the Game of Life. I didn't look at this. So... Are those goddesses? Nobody has to play? I bought it. I have to play Dokapon. I could boot up the Switch and show you Dokapon Switch, actually, too, while I'm at it. Once we're through this list, because we're almost done. What is happening? Is this the Game of Life from Hasbro, but with a plot? I'm very concerned. I think it has mini-games? It's an Atlas title, so it is actually much closer to Dokapon than you would think. If it's just Dokapon, I'm gonna be very mad. Because it's Atlas, so it could be. It 100% could be. This is incomprehensible. I have no idea. No idea what this is. I'm excited to learn what Atlas's The Game of Life 2 is. And I wish I had a Game of Life controller. I might need to look for one. Actually, how much are those? 1 second. Game of Life controller. $42. That's too much. There is one on eBay right now, though. Taraka Roulette controller is what it's called. Or Takara. Takara Roulette. Game of Life The Money Battle is the other Game of Life PS2 game. Yeah, it's like 40 or 50 bucks. Here, let me start this next one. Sendico is really good about like putting model numbers in listings. Maybe I can check the model number. Two of them for $19. One in box for $22. Alright, so yeah, Katamari Damacy. Japanese, this is the best of version. An absolute banger. I'm excited to replay through this. The Japanese soundtrack is different in a way. Well, it's the same soundtrack, but the cutscenes are different in the Japanese version because they weren't dubbed over in English, like the English release. And I think they're way funnier in Japanese. There's something to saying, like, I feel the cosmos, but the Japanese dialogue is great. Also really cool manual art. This is a vertical manual, 2 pages, rather than a standard side manual, which is also weird in its own way. Manuals aren't made this way. What are you doing, Katamari? You weirdo! I love you. Yeah, Katamari Damacy, absolute banger of a game. We'll get to that one eventually. Redo Katamari on stream again. It's been a little while since I played Katamari. We're almost through the big list, by the way. There's only 3 left. One I already have an English release of, also. I'll probably do the English release, but it's cool that I have a Japanese version. I will probably end up selling the Japanese version, though. Because if I stream it, I would much rather do the English version. So this is... an ad for Taiko Drum. I have Taiko Drum as well. I didn't want to take that out and show that off. But Taiko Drum is another game I'll be playing on stream at some point. This is, however... very similar. If it loads. There we go. Oh, there's some cool art in this also. This is Katamari 2. The second Katamari. I haven't played this one yet, so I'm actually kind of curious. I'm interested. Here comes Mr. Sunshine. I think this game got some bad reviews because they reused a lot of music from the first game, I want to say. Or maybe it was the PSP one. I'm not actually sure. But Katamari 2, the second Katamari game. I think this also came out as We Love Katamari in the US. I think. Also, I'm assuming an absolute banger. Na 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 Katamari Damacy. The Katamari series, I think, as it went on, got a little bit worse. I have the Xbox 360 one as well that I need to play at some point, which I think also came out on PS3. Katamari Forever, I believe is what it's called. So I might do some Katamari games, just do a big block of them in a row. That's kind of what I'm thinking. The PSP one was pretty good, but it has some draw distance issues, and I'm not sure if that's emulator related or not. Could be. So this is a Vanillaware game. I have this and the sequel that I need to play through at some point on stream. Both in English, but I now have a Japanese version of the first one as well. This is Odin Sphere for the PS2, which is an action game very similar to Princess Crown, which we tried to play a little bit of earlier on Saturn. And then there's also the Odin Sphere sequel, which came out on PS4 that I bought recently. So Vanillaware has a very particular art style to their games, published by Atlas. Wait, is this just Atlas? Am I wrong about Vanillaware doing this? Hold on. I could have swore that was it. Yeah, no, it's Vanillaware. Grim Grimoire was the other game that they did. I think this is their first title, actually, that they released. Odin Sphere whips, as far as I know. It's a long action game, but it's really cool art style, well-loved. I think the sequel's also really well-loved. I'm excited to dig into Odin Sphere at some point. Probably not playing through on the Japanese version, though, but this is another really cool pickup. Let's see if there's any video that'll play here in the intro. And then we only have 2 more games to go through, and we're done with that list. And then I'll put in Dokapon just to torture myself. My Dokapon game came with keychains and a bunch of swag and the soundtrack and a bunch of other stuff, and it was really, really cheap. Man, the art in Vanillaware games is so gorgeous. I love their art style. I think this game plays kind of like, is it Valkyrie Profile for PS1? That sounds right. Am I gonna make other people suffer through Dokapon? I can't, because I think it has Switch Online, but we would all need a copy of the game. And we would need Switch Online, and I don't know if it'll work for Switch Online with Japanese. I don't know if it would work with the Japanese version through the English Switch Online. I'm not entirely sure. But I might make Ilion and Nick sit on a call while I suffer through Dokapon. I think that's the compromise. God, look how fucking gorgeous this game is. I'm so excited for Odin Sphere. I need to get to this at some point. What a good looking game. Yeah, Valkyrie Profile absolutely whips. I love that game too. Alright, that's Odin Sphere. We'll get to that eventually. It's on the backlog like everything else. That and its sequel. Alright, next is another very well-known series, but this particular game I don't really know much about. The disc is also fairly scratched, but let's see if it works. Get the manual out. There we go. Some of these are the blue bottom ones, which carry more data, I believe. Some of these are just CDs. This is a Capcom title, Breath of Fire 5, Dragon Quarter. I don't know a lot about the Breath of Fire series because I haven't played any of them at all. I know there's some not PS2, Super Nintendo Breath of Fire games. I think they're a very well-loved series. I would like to know more about Breath of Fire. I don't know if this one's well regarded though. Let's see. I never hear anybody say, "Hey, have you played Breath of Fire?" Ever, which is weird. Major departure from the series. It's a full 3D title. I think this is the first 3D Dragon or Breath of Fire. And there's no map, there's 3D environments. No resting spots. You have to use consumables to heal at all times. Wow! Okay. Interesting. That also included an entire new tactic system. Interesting. Yeah, I know nothing about lot of 7 out of 10s, 8 out of 10s. From US game magazines, so pretty good RPG, I suppose. Yeah, there's a dude with blue hair. That's Breath of Fire. That's all I know about that. Alright, last game from the Sendico list for PS2 stuff. Another RPG. I think the owner of this PS2 loved RPGs. Which is fair. It's a PS2. Get the manual out for this. Man, there's some really good art in these manuals. I miss manuals. This one's got a goblin picking his nose. So this is Radiata Stories for the PlayStation 2. Square Enix title. I, again, know nothing about Radiata Stories. I don't think I've ever heard of it. I'm so out of touch with PS2. This did come out in the US. 8 out of 10. Another very well-regarded action role-playing game. Also very goofy, apparently. The... Okay, this is gonna sound bad. Let me get a window capture. The gameplay looks like Quest 64 to me, but higher. Rather than turn-based, it's much speedier. But it has that same like triangle system. Also the Valkyrie profile devs. Huh. I'm surrounded. So yeah, this looks like a goofy action RPG. Which the intro doesn't really convey much of. But hey, whatever. Alright. That's it. Other than, like, Taiko, which I didn't show off. I have this huge stack of PS2 games. So let me, let's see if I can get the Switch up. I haven't turned on my Switch in months. Actual months. Ugh. Let's see if I can get this running. I might need to switch. 1 second. I don't even know if I have the HDMI plugged in. I do. Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right. All right, let's turn off webcam for a second. And lost signal. I think it turned off again. Turn it back on. Okay. Update my software. So this is Dokapon for the Switch. The newest Dokapon game. In a long line of awful, terrible Dokapon games. This is a mix of Dokapon and a visual novel, if I remember right. But yeah, this was a collector's edition that came with a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna see if I can find a photo of it. You can pick the amount of turns. You can do a 50-turn hell game. Which, of course, is what I would want. Pick a color. Ah, yes, of course. The Digimon hat. Perfect.
私の出番。私行くですよ。
So I'm just gonna get into a multiplayer game. See what it looks like. I haven't actually touched this game other than opening it up. Oh right, I was gonna... Fuck, it's just Dokapon, isn't it? The special edition came with all this stuff. So the game, an art book, a soundtrack, 2 keychains, and an anime figure. The anime figure was the only thing missing. I think the person that bought my premium edition bought it for the anime and then sold it back immediately. They kept their little cute figurine. Alright. No. One of these has to roll. I'll have to figure this out because this is... Oh, alright. I was kind of hoping it'd be easier. I'll need to figure out the menus, I guess. I remember Dokapon had weird menus also. Things weren't where I would think they would be. Back to title. Pause the game and return to title. What if I just want to leave this? There we go. Alright. Okay, this is what I was looking for. Alright, so yeah, this is literally Dokapon. I think it even might still have the rock, paper, scissors menu with stats just everywhere, and oh god. Kind of a banger soundtrack though. So the top is defense, left is attack. No, okay. Left is attack, top is counter, right is defense, and then B is surrender. So I'm gonna attack. They're faster though, so they go first. And 9999! That's Dokapon, baby! God damn this hell game! Anyway, that'll be a thing at some point. I'll try and get the menus and such down so I can just play through it quickly, but I do want to stream Dokapon up. Ugh. Ugh. At some point. It doesn't look like they changed anything. Oh, that's not a good sign. Alright, anyway, that's gonna be it for today. That's all the stuff that we got from Sendico, or at least most of it. Give you some previews of some stuff. It was all reasonably priced. It arrived very quickly through FedEx. I would highly suggest purchasing things through Sendico, because it rules if you have the money and you're looking for stuff. Anyways, I think that'll be it for me for tonight. This was kind of just a little bonus stream because I had some time.